Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, Gordon Zulu. So today we have one interesting discussion under variance. So remember we talked about central tendency, which is under statistics. But when we are talking about the random variable, variance is also an important aspect under random variables. So when we are talking about random variable, we need to understand one thing. The variance of a discrete random variable may be considered as the average of the squared deviation. So when we're talking about the squared deviation, we are talking about what is referred to as sigma squared. So sigma squared in this case is the same as the variance of x. So if this is so, then variance under random variables is given by variance of x is equal to the expectation of x squared minus the expectation of x when you were to square this. So this is the formula that we use under variance calculation when we are dealing with random variables. The expectation of x squared minus, remember I have put two brackets here, so which means when you find the expectation of x, you need to square it, then you subtract it from the expectation of x squared. Remember, sigma is equivalent to what? To variance. Then if you were to square sigma, you will get what? Sigma. Remember, sigma squared, if you were to square root it, you will get sigma. Sigma squared, if you were to square root it, you will get sigma. So remember, what I'm trying to say here is, if I was to square variance, if I was to square root variance, I will get what is referred to as what? Standard deviation. So standard deviation is sigma in the other sense. Your host, Gordon Zulu.